Hey, welcome to Technocracy Zero Sum. I am your storyteller, Jen, and I use she, her pronouns. And let's just get into it. Hey, Kelly, how's it going?
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Kelly. I'm playing Nolan tonight. Both of us are he and him, but Nolan's probably pangender as fuck if you really get down to it. He's a little bit of everything, folks. And I'm very excited to be back with ooh, I have some XP to spend. Should I spend some XP? I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna buy a lot of spheres.
Maybe wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah.
And then I'll get Scientology 5 or Science 5.
Ooh, Scientology 5.
Scientology 5 allows me to mind control people and take their tax returns. Anyway, that's me.
I have Science 5.
Well, nobody was asking you, Tegan.
Well, let's ask Sophia then.
Well, I mean, Sophia just focusing on the esoterica type things, focusing on the reality DVs, being able to recognize threats when they approach her. But hello, I'm Christine. I will be playing Sophia Smith today. I am totally off my game and did not do that in the right order in the slightest. I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Sophia Smith, who also uses she, her pronouns. Sophia is a progenitor of the pharmacopoeia damage control variety. I feel like I'm talking about like a soda or something there. This is my flavor.
I drink that.
Yeah, we're all doing great. We're all doing great. And you know, you may notice that Amy's not here today, and we wish her well. And I wish she was in this game, but I'll give Heather something fun next time.
We miss you, Heather.
That's not
my soul sister.
That's not threatening at all. So, and moving on to Tegan then. Robin as Tegan. Hi.
Hi. Hello. I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Tegan Warner, our Iteration X biomechanic. Yeah, I'm a bit frazzled this afternoon because Ping was not letting me into the call, and then my color balance is all fucked. So I'm just a little bit of right now, but I'm looking forward to Mage. Well, I guess Technocracy. This isn't Mage.
Yeah.
Them dirty rogue mages, and who knows? Maybe
I wasn't looking at other WOD supplement books earlier today. Not at all.
Was it Way of the Gun?
I did not. I did not look at Sphere of Gun.
Sphere of Gun,
but it is
Sphere of Gun.
Sphere of Gun. It is a supplement now in Drive-Thru RPG, which is hilarious. I have it also.
As an American player, I start with 1 dot of that for free. It is my affinity sphere.
I will say that it's apparently it's a pay what you want supplement, and all the proceeds go to organizations that work against gun violence. So
that's really nice.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, we are doing great tonight, and it's fine. I've got a really great, easy start for you guys. So we'll
and the episode name is not concerning at all.
Looks. Oh yeah. I didn't also take a screenshot of when Kelly was like, "What's the name for the next Zero Sum game?" And I told him, and he was like, "I dislike that.
I dislike that muchly."
And then you shared it with the rest of us, and we went, "Oh shit!"
And then Robin went, "Kelly, what does that mean?" And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of like, you know, we crawling inside of Satan's butthole, the game, or Satan's rabid butthole." That's right.
I mean, or something.
I did look at the title and went, "I'm sure I'm not getting all the connotations, but oh shit, oh shit."
It's fine. I mean, chat yesterday during the rebroadcast of episode 7 didn't buy me a bunch of things either. Nope. Not me things, not you guys, except for the XP. They bought you XP. All right. Well, we're all doing great. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. As a quick recap though, because a lot of stuff happened last game. Nolan and Heather realized they were soul siblings or something. They were given a bunch of information they probably don't fully understand, except Kelly knows out of character.
Kelly understands. Nolan has no clue. He's just like, derp.
Yep. And then there was there was some other stuff that happened. There's a bunch of lore dropping. There was a bit of concern about this whole like Eater of Souls thing, and not really sure what that's about. Heather thinks it has to do with some sort of big worm thing, you know. And then everybody went to sleep, and there were no problems whatsoever.
Finally.
Finally went to sleep. Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of had a bit of a forced nap for your body while you were in the weird cocoons, but your minds were definitely still active, so you probably feel very tired. And that wasn't a true sleep. It was just a weird cocoon sleep.
Oh, cocoon sleep.
Matrix spiders. We love them.
Cocoon sleep is the millennial dream.
All right. You all go to sleep. Nolan, specifically, you were going to take a bunch of drugs.
Oh boy, howdy.
And I believe, just kind of check yourself out for like any programming or anything like that. Did you have anything specific in mind that you would like to do?
I'm going, oh, that's right. That's what I was going to do. I'm going on an inner vision quest. I think I got like a bunch of successes to do it. So I'm going to astral project inside my own mind, and I'm going to poke around and see if there's any locked doors, basically.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you poke around. Give me, let's see, some sort of like perception and awareness check. How about?
All right. Perception and awareness is definitely one of my favorite pools. Actually, it is. Cool. I wasn't lying. I was worried for a second. Does being astute matter?
Yes.
All right. What's my difficulty?
It's in your own mind, but it is a technocratic
How much of it
mind.
is my own mind? That's the problem.
That's the question. Let's say 7.
Okay, that's 2 successes then.
Okay. You do find a couple of areas. It's not so much that there's like locked doors. The way you're kind of going about this is less hallway full of doors that you're, trying all the doors and being like, what memory is this? What memory is this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's more you're just aware of your own existence, and you can sense that there are places that you inherently don't want to go, which of course is what you're looking for. So you want to poke those
yeah,
spots.
I'm gonna tongue those loose teeth.
Yeah, precisely. Can you give me a willpower roll?
Current or total?
Let's go current.
Well, that sucks. Did anybody buy us willpower?
Oh yeah, that would be nice to know. I have none.
No, I mean,
Okay.
one person did, and then random refunded them before I could be like, "Hey, I'll use that anyway." So
Oh.
blame random.
I will.
But
Damn you, Equinox.
But apart from this initial bit, you are going to be back to full willpower.
You know what?
So.
I'm fine. What if my difficulty's 10? I still succeeded.
Okay, cool.
So I got out of the 4 willpower I have, I got a 3, a 7, a 9, and a 10.
Cool.
So I did something.
Nice. Yeah, you poke at one of those spots that feels just really uncomfortable to approach. And what sort of thing would Nolan have, like, whether or not he was aware of this, what would he be looking for aside from just like locked doors, essentially? But like, is there anything in particular he wants?
I think his origins. I think he wants to know, like, if he had parents would be nice.
Okay.
I think the only thing he's avoiding is stuff about Mick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of push past that feeling of tension and that uncomfortable ickiness that is there before whatever this memory is. And you step back into this scene. You are you, but you're looking like you're watching a movie, sort of, but you're like in the movie. You know how TV shows and movies would do that, where it was like, you know, the contrast would be slightly different, so you could tell that this person wasn't actually in the scene itself.
Yeah,
and the scene kind of runs in black and white.
Oh, absolutely. Hold on, the scene runs in black and white, not the person?
The scene runs in black and white, but you're like kind of in color in your own mind.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Now I'm super saturated.
Good. Yeah. Waiting for the YouTube to catch up, but yes, you are super saturated. Yeah, you're more saturated than the scene. But what you see is this you see this old house, and you're just kind of standing on the street. The street's very quiet. You don't see any people or cars. It's almost uncanny that way. But you're not sure if that's just because you're remembering this, so why would you necessarily remember all those things, or if this is the way it actually was. But you see this old house that you recognize as a house that you do remember spending your childhood in, so at least that part was real.
Well, that's good. That's something, at least.
You see this bird, this big black bird, kind of fly down and perch on top of the roof, and it's bright out. You don't feel the sun, but you can tell that it's maybe the height of summer. It's very bright and warm and cloudless in the sky. And you see a young boy run out of the house and into the front yard and start like kicking a soccer ball around. What does Nolan do?
Hey kid.
There's no response.
That's rude. All right. Okay. He'll kind of approach and try to like get the ball.
Okay. Yeah. Your foot at first goes like through the ball, like you're incorporeal, and the kid just keeps like kicking around. Seems to be practicing like just ball handling, essentially. If you would like to try again, you can roll willpower to try and like make yourself a little bit more corporeal in order to kick it.
Let's do it. Let's kick these balls.
Cool. Difficulty 7.
Fail. Almost botch.
Excellent. Yeah, you go to focus really hard on like your foot, because that's the part that you need to be solid, and you go to kick the ball and you don't fall over, but you don't kick the ball either.
Ow. Ow. How did I pull something inside of my own brain? Ow. Doesn't make any sense at all. Are you kidding, Nolan? It makes tons of sense. Is it Nolan? Should you be using Nolan anymore?
You hear a female voice call out from the direction of the front door of the house. George, you have to put sunscreen on. Come back inside.
Sunscreen? Like in the middle of the East Coast. We're fine. What the... Who's the lady? Do I recognize her?
You... It's this weird feeling of you feel like you should recognize her. Like you feel this tug of familiarity. But you don't.
Cool.
She's a young woman, probably in her like late 20s. Very like the image I have is not the image I want to impart, because I keep having this like Stepford wife image, and I'm like, that's not what this is. Like it really isn't. But she's wearing like she's wearing jeans and just a casual t-shirt, but has like an apron over her clothes, and dark brown hair about shoulder length, and she smiles as George runs towards her.
Okay. So, okay, brain. What happens next? What took her out of the picture?
You watch as she squats down and like puts some sunscreen cream in her hand and like rubs it on the kid's face. And she looks up as you say that to yourself. And for a brief moment, you could swear that she sees you. And then the image pauses and fast forwards. And you see nightfall. You're pretty sure, like, the way it looks isn't you don't like see the sun rise and then fall and then rise and set, rise, set. You don't see that. You see it just do it once. So you're pretty sure it's night of that same day. And now there is a car on the street. A van, actually. And you watch as several men in suits climb out and begin walking quickly towards your house. Does Nolan just watch this happen? It's, as far as you can tell, it's in the past, so it's not like you could change it. But how does Nolan feel?
Okay, Nolan is going to look at what he's wearing, and he is going to pull up his tie, fall in step, and is going to walk up to the lead agent and go, "Hi, I'm here from Quantico, here to supervise. Your supervisor sent me. Can you confirm what his name is, please? Or her name?"
Okay. Give me a willpower check, difficulty 7.
These ones, man. 1.
Okay. There's a moment where He seems to look straight through you and not even acknowledge your presence. And then he blinks and goes, Oh, of course. Logan Rice.
You all right there, Agent? You looked like you were a little off in the clouds.
Perfectly all right. Just running through the op.
What kind of op are you expecting? It is a young boy, Agent. Did you bring some candy with you? It should be an easy snatch and grab mission. Or are you afraid of a little resistance? From a toddler.
Not from a toddler, no. But there's been intel.
Well, sound off your intel for me.
Can I see your ID?
Can you see my ID? Absolutely. Positively, you can. My ID is right here. And he's going to pull out of his pocket and he's going to will the ID to look as it's supposed to. Psychic paper style.
Yep, 100%. Give me that willpower check again.
A 10.
Oh, nice.
And then a lot of 2s.
Fair. That 10 will do it, though. You're mostly just convincing yourself after all. At this point.
That's right. See? Right here. Special Agent Tennant. David Tennant.
Of course. Apologies, Agent.
It's all right. I would be remiss if I did not check your sources as well as you checked mine. Now, please inform me of the details of this op so that I can judge you accordingly. Agent, did you know that you are up for potential Gray Man upgrades? Unless you want to be a field agent your entire life, you sound off to me right now.
Yes, sir. Parents, they're reality deviants.
You talking about magi? You talking about werewolves? You talking about the Fae? I guess we're not in San Francisco, so that's probably not a problem.
Not so much. Magi. Like the boy. Will be, we've been told.
Well then, I will observe the op. Please continue. Hoorah.
Of course. And he's going to look back towards the house where these black suits have converged. And there's several moments of silence. And I need you to make me another willpower check, difficulty 8.
Oh, and he did it. He did it with a 10.
Woohoo! You're not immediately shunted out of this memory when the next thing happens, but it's close. The top floor of the house explodes.
Fuck. I feel like I would have remembered that.
And everything goes a little hazy as you fight to keep your grip on this memory. And then you see 2 very singed men in black suits carrying a duffel bag between them.
How many?
As though it were a little heavier than a normal duffel bag.
How many went in?
5 or 6.
Good job. Take better than you get.
The commander of the op has lost his focus on you, let's say, after that explosion, and he hurries the men back into the van. And they go to leave.
Well, that was fun. Let's see what else there is. And he'll just start flipping through other memories.
Excellent. Well, you spend the rest of the night between, flipping through memories and just straight sleep. You don't actually have any dreams, which, might be a blessing.
Probably is a blessing.
Mm-hmm. But Nolan at least gets to rest. You will recover your willpower, all of it. Sophia, you're next. You kindly reminded me of a flaw you have. Yeah. I will make you roll for nightmares. You're going to get this dream regardless, but the nightmare rolls is going to determine how affected you are by it, if that makes sense.
Okie dokie.
So it is a willpower roll, difficulty
Willpower?
7.
Okay, and I rolled a number of willpower I have currently,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's right, because I can make the roll harder and harder. 2 successes.
Excellent. So you will be tired when you wake up, and you can react to this dream as you like, but you will not be subtracting dice from your pools today, which is probably good. Sophia passed out, holding her taser and her bone saw protectively after
Cradling it like a child.
after some fun conversations where you're pretty sure you're the only real technocrat left on this ship.
I'm surrounded by mages and reality deviants.
Yep, that's what it
Fine.
seems like. You don't really wake up. You kind of come to, and your body's a little uncomfortable, so you go to move to shift your sleeping position, and you realize that you are strapped down to some sort of table. Your wrists are held out and bound, and so are your ankles. And the light in this room is fluorescent and blinding, and right above your face. As you kind of open your eyes, you see these kind of black splotches as your sight comes back in the light. For a moment, your mind kind of does that thing where, if you're looking at clouds and you're like, oh, that looks like a bird, that looks like a plane, a little bit of that, a little bit of Rorschach test with the with the black spots. But then your vision clears, and you realize the light isn't right in front of you. It is a fair distance off, but it is super bright, and this room is clinical. 2 people in the room with you in masks. They seem to be talking to each other, but quietly. You can't really hear them.
Can I carefully test my bindings?
You can, yeah. Just roll a little manipulation, or say wits and subterfuge, to just see how quiet and careful you are about it.
I will do wits and subterfuge. Difficulty?
6.
Cool. That is 3 successes.
Cool. And while you have dice, give me a perception and alertness, or no, perception and awareness. Sorry, difficulty of 6 as well.
4.
Cool. You start to test your bonds, and you're being extremely cautious and subtle about this. They are pretty secure. You'd have a hard time just breaking free without attracting attention. But you do think, like, on one of them, you can kind of, if you really stretch and kind of hurt your hand, you can reach the edge of like one of the straps that you can maybe start working loose, which might give you a bit of a bonus later. Especially if they leave you alone for a while, you could work on it a bit more.
Mhm.
But you also realize that the two you see aren't the only people here. You have this sense of another aura, force, like presence that's behind what looks to be an observation window.
Mm. Mhm.
What do you do?
I kind of want to at least get a hand free to be able to grab whatever they might try and stick me with, because this does not seem like a good situation and I don't like it.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
also would like to try and figure out what they're trying to do to me.
Okay.
But my main goal is to get into a position where I can choose to let them do that or not do that.
Cool. Yeah, you can't quite make out what they're saying. You can smell chemicals, but you're not sure if it's like just cleaning bleach or if there's something else in there that they might be using for whatever they're doing. All the while, you slowly work that one cuff free. That one hand, really, free. And finally, one of them comes over and has a clipboard and seems to note that you're awake, but barely pays you any mind, is flipping through the clipboard. All right, so this, okay. Yeah, pretty good specimen. We're just gonna sign here. And is just kind of muttering to himself as he works while seemingly either ignoring or just not realizing that you've almost worked one hand free.
Okay. I will kind of try to seem a bit out of it, but awake.
Cool.
But not make a big play. Nothing to draw all attention as much as I can.
Yeah, he even more so, he just doesn't seem to really pay you much mind.
Okay. I will happily use his lack of attention or arrogance against him.
Yeah, absolutely. He heads back over towards the observation window and just kind of knocks on it. And you can sort of see into it. It's not like a two-way mirror where it's like an actual, essentially a window that has a desk and like you'd almost see, say, for an X-ray technician or something, like a separated space, but they can see into your room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And If you follow him over there with your eyes, just still seeming out of it, the other person in a mask has left. And you see that the one that's still here holds the clipboard up to the window, seeming to ask a question about it. And just kind of points at it like this. And you could see that behind the window is this old man. Very, like, age has not done him any favors. Very droopy and wearing this almost like a cloak thing. You're not really sure. He's holding a cane and he taps the window with his cane, seeming to direct the one in the mask to do something. You're really not sure, but you see the cane and you realize that it's made of bone. You've gotten your hand free by this point. And the technician in the mask comes over and again doesn't seem to pay you much mind, but does have a scalpel in his hand that he is now going to cut off your clothes.
Okay. Is this like a nice, really thin scalpel with like a short blade, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think it's a little weird. You think like he should be using scissors.
Yeah.
If you were, operating on someone who had to remove the clothes, you'd have scissors, right?
You wouldn't be dulling your scalpel on it, but kind of odd.
Yeah, you're really not sure why, but it is just a nice scalpel with a short blade, and
Okay.
he puts one hand kind of on your chest to brace himself as he's like moving in with the other.
I'm gonna wait till he's in the perfect position to grab his hand and redirect it up into his own chest.
Excellent. Yes. Give me.
And then I will immediately be trying to release my other hand and feet.
100%.
Because I know somebody's watching. I'm
Yep.
like, all right, well, gotta be dressed for this.
Fair. Yeah, give me a Dex and Athletics to actually no. You don't even need Dex and Athletics. He's not trying to dodge your hand because he has no idea this is coming. Dex and melee to redirect it back into his own chest.
Okay. Difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
3 successes.
Cool. I'm just going to. This is what I want. Okay. Give me strength plus +1. +2. Sorry, 1 for the blade and 1 for your extra success. Partway through the motion, he realizes what's happening and does try to push back against it, but he has very little strength.
Does my specialty of Destroyer help here?
Yes, it does.
Excellent. And you said that was a difficulty 6 again?
Yeah.
Six successes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you bury the scalpel so deep into his chest. Somehow you get right past the sternum, right between a couple of ribs, and there's this much of the scalpel still sticking out of his chest as he reels back.
I'm gonna try and grasp it with my fingertips to keep it on me, but just let it slide back out of him.
Yeah, it'll come back out if you pull on it.
Sure.
It's just your hand goes in, and it's basically just whatever was in your hand is the part that's now sticking out mostly.
I'm assuming it kind of spurts a little too, that hole.
Yeah, it starts to spurt, and he just
Wonderful.
sinks to the floor.
I'm instantly going to start pulling my restraints.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
Looking for any like safety or other weapons.
Yep, you can get free. That's not a problem. You start to hear this alarm going, but it feels very faint and far away.
Okay.
And
I'll also try and get a look at his clipboard.
Yeah.
As I'm trying to get myself out of there.
Absolutely. You can look around, you can grab there's a couple of other like bladed surgical instruments that you can grab if you want. There's the clipboard, you pick that up and you look at it, and the first thing you see is at the top, which is the Pentex logo.
Great!
And the first page is just all your information. And you flip it over, and your eyes just skim down as you hurriedly try to find any sort of answer. And you see the words Garu test subject.
Do I recognize the term?
You do, yes.
Cool.
We've had this actually in I think another episode, so
I wasn't sure if the term Garu had been used instead of just werewolf.
I can't remember either, but you do recognize
Christine knows what it means, so I'm like, yeah, Sophia probably does, but
yeah, she does.
Cool.
All
right.
And when you see that, you just kind of you look up, doing the whole, you look down, now you're looking up at your surroundings kind of thing, and you can see through the window the old man is just staring at you, but doesn't seem to be moving to stop you in any way.
All right. I don't care if this is another test and that he's just gathering intel. I'm getting the fuck out. It might be a mistake on his part in the long run. Yeah. Though I will glance around, not just for bladed, but if there's any chemicals that I immediately recognize is useful, something like adrenaline or something like that, which I could use to buff myself, essentially.
Fair.
In the way that a progenitor pharmacopoeist can.
Yeah. Yeah, you find a couple of adrenaline syringes.
Sweet. I'm gonna grab those.
Yeah. You grab those and you run through the set of double doors that is just a push set of double doors that you can run through. And
sweet.
You find yourself in a hall, like basically a hospital hallway. And it's empty.
Okay.
You can't hear the alarm anymore. But you can be free to run if you wish.
I'm going to start making my way to what I think might be out. But I'm also going to keep an eye out for like any sort of like break room side corridor where I could maybe grab some scrubs or something to put on that doesn't make me look like I'm employed here.
Yeah. Yeah, you start making your way down this hallway and you see door after door that's just blank. Like, the only way you can tell that this is a door and not part of the wall is that it is a slightly different color. There aren't even... A couple of them have handles, but most of them seem to be like electronic sliding doors of some variety. You can see the seam, but there's no signage. There's nothing that you can really settle on at this point. And in true nightmare fashion, the hallway starts to elongate out in front of you and behind you, and you're running down this hallway, and you cannot seem to reach the end of this just stretched out place. But at the end, you can see that old man continuing to stare at you as you run towards him but never reach him.
Okay.
And then you'll wake up. But we'll get to that. Yeah. At least you're not down dice.
Woohoo!
Yay. Tegan.
Yes.
You had some moments with Heather right at the end of game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you go to sleep and remember that there was that update that you didn't really want to install. But it's okay, I did it for you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But while you sleep and while that updates, you have this sense of being in a cage. So you kind of blink and look around. You're in a cage.
What's outside the cage?
A very blank room. Now, can you give me an intelligence check?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Does analytical apply?
Not for this, no.
Okay. Oh, what is my difficulty?
6.
All right, that's 1 success.
That's enough.
Oh, yay.
You realize you've been in this room before, outside the cage.
Oh, lovely.
And actually, as you look around, you see a door open, and you see Heather and yourself walk in.
This cage. This cage. Yeah, fitting that was episode 7 that aired last night. Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Refresh my memory on that cage,
I had this thought before that episode publicly broadcast, so yay.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you realize that you are the shifting creature in the cage. Because you can see yourself. And the words are a little scrambled, like you're not remembering them fully. Mm-hmm. But you watch as you try to shoot the lock off, and Heather tries to jam something in, and Heather gets electrocuted at one point, and everything's very chaotic, and you feel this squirming feeling kind of in your gut as you know that your form is changing, and you have an idea of what, very briefly, of what you seem to be changing into, and it's basically anything that could be alive. There's different forms of people, there's animals, there's birds and lizards, but it's all in less than a blink of the eye. In a way that makes you feel very nauseous experiencing it. And while you're aware that this is something that has already happened, you do feel like you can do things if you wish.
Can I try and access myself more, like the creature that I am, to try and discern intent and figure out what I am, and
Yes, you can do that. Let's call that. Do you have occult enigmas or cosmology?
I have cosmology and occult.
Cool. So we're gonna do something a little strange. This is funny because it came up in that game as well, and I remembered my phrasing, which is the no empathy twins. Do you have empathy?
Nope. Nope. No
Still
empathy.
Cool.
Still no empathy.
Cool. All right. So
No empathy twins. Yeah.
the no empathy twins. First, I would like a perception and subterfuge roll.
Oh, perception and subterfuge. All right, all right.
Difficulty
What's my
6.
cap? That's 2 successes for that.
Cool. And then an intelligence and either cosmology or occult, whichever one you have that's higher, but the difficulty will be different. So let me know which one you have.
Okay. I have both. They're both at 1 dot. So it
Cool.
What's
Cosmology
lower
will be the
difficulty?
easier roll.
Okay, I will go cosmology then.
Difficulty 6 for that one.
Okay. That's 3 successes for that.
Very nice. So you feel this darkness that is tethering you to something. You're not really sure what, but there's this connection. But what you are sure of is that there was a moment when she had told you the truth. At the time, you thought it was just all lies, and that's fair enough. But her name was accurate, Empress Eliara. And she used to be human, but she hasn't been for a very long time. You are pretty sure that she is an extra-dimensional entity of some variety and a fairly powerful one. You can see Heather and the other Tegan managing to get the cage open. And they talk to you, and there seems to be this response that's coming from you, but you're not giving it in this moment. So it's like you're watching this scene play out as it did.
Yeah.
But you have, this other ability to exist, essentially.
Yeah. Do I get the sense of, does this tie in with the want to call them the bubbles, but the jails, the balls? Does this tie in with anything of that sort? Like, she was human. Did she go insane? Did she fall into something?
No, it is not related to the jail cells. Just have to look something up quickly. Give me a perception and awareness roll, though. Difficulty of 6. No, actually, no. Difficulty of 4. Difficulty of 4.
Oh, that's gonna be 2 successes.
Nice. You feel this sense of desire, not for anything, but just kind of coming from the creature you are currently inhabiting.
Yeah.
You're not sure what desire for, but just whatever version of desire other people want her to be, you think? Which makes a bit of sense since you are in Balador.
Yeah, that's fair. And I just briefly read my notes again from that episode and was like, oh yes, she used to be a lover and then was used to power the ship. So that's fun. That's fun.
You do get the sense that some of that was probably a lie, because she was lying about a lot of things.
Yes. So that was a lie.
You're not exactly sure how in there, but you know that her name was true and her actual past was maybe not fully given to you, but you know, the general gist.
Yeah.
You see the other you take a phone call.
Can I, like... Is there any way that... Because they... I forget, did we actually let the cage... Did we open the actual cage?
Oh, yeah,
and then
we did.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, good job, Tegan and Heather. Can I get any sense of what she's wanting with the two of us?
Yeah, absolutely. So give me, let's say, I'm sorry, it's perception and empathy. You can still roll it, just perception.
Yeah.
Difficulty of 5 because you are inhabiting this body, sort of.
Yeah.
Dreams are weird.
Yeah. That's gonna be 2 successes, even with 3 die.
Excellent. She wants one of 2 things, and you're not 100% sure which would win out in this situation. She wants to either be free, but you're not sure if that means free of the cage or free of Mariana or free of Balador or what exactly that means in this context. She wants to be free. And she wants to what's a good phrase for this? She wants to offer you to the spirit urge that she serves.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fun. Sacrifice, eh?
You kind of snap back into the moment for a second as Heather asks you, the creature here, if you want to make a deal. Because Heather did that.
Yeah, I remember. Yep. Oh, I know this has already happened. But is there any way I can try and like end this conversation so that Heather doesn't make a deal? And I think in the dream, Tegan, that's what Tegan is wanting,
Yeah,
even though it's
fair.
already happening. Like she's
you
kind of
can
like,
absolutely
no.
you could definitely try to.
Yeah.
How would you go about doing that?
I think she would try and almost pilot, like try and, for lack of better terms, like hack the main controls of this entity in her brain and try and override her speaking in the dream, like Tegan, basically fighting for the power, like, you know, fighting for the power inside the brain kind of thing.
Okay, sure. Let's do. Oh, this is gonna be weird, but dreams are weird, guys. Wits and brawl.
Wits and brawl. Ah, this is great. All right, sounds good. What is my difficulty?
6.
Okay. Oh, that's just a fail because that's 2 successes and 2 ones there, so that's just a fail.
Yeah, you feel yourself starting to fight and trying to gain control of this situation, and you think you might be maybe thinking about this wrong, and maybe you just need to really bear down with like willpower. So give me a willpower roll.
What if you have no willpower?
Oh, cool.
Currently.
Okay. Roll me one die and tell me what you get on it.
All right. Yep. This is Tegan. She has no willpower. That's a 9 though on that die. That's nice.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you try to focus really hard, and you realize just how tired you are. And you kind of shake your head internally, but it doesn't really affect what's currently happening. But you do see Tegan kind of opening this portal, the kind of, you know, the beam me up Scotty that you did.
Yeah.
And as you do, you watch Heather toss a rock into the cage, and there's this blinding bright light. And you feel a sense of freedom. It feels heavy, weirdly, like a weight on your chest, and you wake up. And I forgot to say this to you, Christine, but Sophia also gains back any willpower spent. Tegan also gains back all of your willpower. And Tegan, you wake up and there's nothing on your chest, but you do hear Kibo's voice. Tegan, wake up. Tegan, I can't wake Heather up.
What?
And the red dot's getting closer.
Red dot? What? Tegan jumps out of bed.
And you realize that you can hear an alarm now.
Oh. That's not good. That's not good.
All 3 of you are awake, and you can hear this alarm blaring as it's saying something like, actually, no, it's just a sound. It's just a sound. That's all it's set to.
Tegan's going to bolt out of her room, running down the halls to the computer room, like the control center, and she's gonna scream like, Sophia, Nolan, something's wrong with Heather, go check on her. I'm gonna go see the controls, what's going on, but Kibo says they can't wake up Heather.
What? Okie dokie.
Such confusion. I would like an initiative roll. Mostly so that I know how all of you are acting in order.
And that was the roll plus Dex and Wits?
Yes.
Uh, 12.
Does my wit specialty of one step ahead affect initiative at all?
Yeah, I think it would.
Sweet.
Same.
Same on
So
everything?
let's roll again.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
I got a 3. So you probably go first.
I got a 7. So yeah, just Christine doubles our initiative, and
To be fair.
One step ahead, baby!
oh yeah. This is fine. This is fine.
I don't know that we've had an initiative roll since I got that specialty.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that's the first time I've had to use it.
Cool. Okay. So, Sophia, yeah, you are awake, adrenaline pounding, and you hear Tegan yell that over the sound of the alarm. You can now hear that sounds strangely familiar because it was also in your dream, you think.
Oh, that's irritating. Having had probably the sheer adrenaline rush of that dream, I think she's gonna roll out of bed, pat herself down to see what she's wearing, and grab everything that's close to hand and useful for a potential fight.
Cool. Yeah.
And it sounds like Heather's not waking, so she might grab some like stuff as well. I don't know. Smelling salt's equivalent.
Sounds good. Yeah, you were basically, I don't think you actually got changed, so you're pretty much wearing what you were.
Pretty sure I passed out during my paranoia.
Yeah, so you shoot up and you're like going to move through the room and you suddenly get like stuck on one of the strings to like that's attached to a can to like alert you for noise and stuff, and you're like, oh right, I put all these here.
Right. I was worried.
You don't like set it all off and you can make your way through it, but there is that moment of, oh right, this stuff is here. Cool. Yeah, you managed to grab whatever you kind of want to grab before you go deal with stuff.
Okay.
Tegan, you were running, so yeah, you running to the computer room, right?
Yeah, running to the bridge to access the controls and the helm. Trying to see what alarm is going off, because Tegan doesn't know people and doesn't fix people, but Tegan fixes technology, so
yeah, absolutely.
Knows where her
give me a perception and alertness difficulty 6 as you enter the room.
All right. Oh, that's real nice. That's 4.
Fantastic. Where is Tegan's focus as she goes into the room?
Tegan's focus is the main like computer. Like wherever the main thing to look up alarms would be, that is her focus.
Okay, cool. So you enter the room and you look at the computer and you can see the screen, you can see a little like Kibo avatar, and you can also see this like radar thing that's,
Mhm.
as it's looping
Yeah.
around, there's a red dot that seems to be getting closer and closer. And that's when you realize you can see outside and there is a ship. And there is a missile heading your way. And Nolan. What you doing?
Nolan, I guess, is going to check on Heather. Because that's what he was told to do, and if she's in trouble, then he's just gonna kind of... Hello? Hello? Anyone in here?
There's no response.
I hope you're decent.
You open and when you kind of look and you realize that Heather is asleep on the bed.
Oh.
She's clothed. She's decent, but
Hey, wake up. Nudge, nudge.
nothing. She's breathing, but there's no response.
Why always is the... Okay. Does she have a beverage nearby? Or is there a tap? Any water supply? Anything like that?
Yeah, water.
Okay. He's gonna fill a glass container, whatever, with water, and immediately just dump it on her head using mind magic to amplify the startleness of having water blasted on you.
Fair enough. Yeah, roll me that enlightenment. That's the word.
Is it difficulty 7 or lower?
It's lower.
Okay, then I got 0 successes, and I did not botch. So instead, I just splash her face with water.
Cool. Yeah. No response. Like not even the like kind of normal sleepy movements you might think of somebody who maybe didn't wake up from that, but she's just nothing.
Weird. Real weird.
And we're gonna go over to Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you headed?
To try and wake up Heather.
Cool. Where are the things I'm looking for? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you were heading to Heather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you see Nolan just kind of dumping water on her face and her not moving.
Well, that's concerning.
Is that all you've tried so far?
I mean, I did the shaking, like the shaking thing, where where you kind of like, hey, but nothing from that really. So, but you want to see something weird? There's like no autonomic response to this. Splish. She's not even blinking. She's either out cold or comatose, or maybe possessed by a ghost.
Do you have any mental thing? Can you check if she's even in there?
Oh, yeah, I totally can. One sec. Okay, okay, hold on. I got this. All right, so, hey, buddy. Pull her eyes open.
Sophia will help hold the eyes open.
Hey, are you in there? All right, I'm gonna try another mind effect to check and see if she's even present.
Go for it. You have a second.
Yep. What is with these ones, man? These are the dice that refuse to kill you in Transylvania, by the way, Jen. They love ones. I forgot about these dice, and I wanted to use them, but 1 success. You just kind of do a preliminary scan to see if Heather's mind pattern is even in there.
Cool. Yeah, you see that her mind pattern is there.
Well,
It's
that's something.
a little faded, which concerns you, but you don't have much time to think about it as the missile hits the ship and you feel this shudder rumble through everything. And give me dexterity and athletics to keep your feet.
Prefer not to. Oh, actually, you know
Or you
what?
can just fall.
2 successes at 10, and 3
I was gonna
successes.
say, as you guys are probably doing that, you will suddenly hear over the intercom, brace for impact.
You get through brace. You're like,
Yeah.
brace, and then yeah. And we are going to go into ship combat.
Oh no!
Ooh.
So, Tegan, since you are at the helm,
Yeah.
you can do a couple of things. You can maneuver the ship in a couple of different ways. Either you could just do straight evasion, or you can do what's called improving your relative position. So, like, it's a contested roll against the other ship. So it's like how you two are moving in space around each other. Or you can attack, and you have 2 different kinds of attacks. Which ones do you have here? So you have a particle. Actually, you have 3 kinds of attacks. You have an assault ram, but it has to be a bit closer to do that. You have a particle beam, which does a significant amount of damage, or you have 2 hex missiles. Okay. Those missiles are self-guided, so you can launch as many of them, well, up to both of them as you want, but and they'll keep attacking until they hit something, basically.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
But you only have 2 of those.
Yeah. I think to start off, Tegan's going to go over the intercoms and be like, sorry about that. That was a missile because we are being attacked by another ship. All hands to the bridge, please and thank you. I'm gonna try and get us in a better position, and I would like to try and maneuver my space better. The contested, like, relative spacey move.
Relative position, cool.
Yeah.
So that is wits and helmsman, difficulty 6.
Alrighty. Cool. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this, because now I have it again. Yay. Oh yeah, that's 3 successes total.
Nice. Okay, I got 2. So, you can either, actually, it reduces. Okay. So your attack difficulties have been reduced by 1, and my attack difficulties have been increased by 1.
Ooh, nice.
So that is that, and I'm just gonna roll a bit more initiative here. 1 minute.
Oh no.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
As we're positioning, is there any chance that I get that cool zoom of the ship's like nameplate on there as we're going by?
It's vanity plates.
Yeah, it's vanity plates.
Yeah.
I'm super concerned.
Ones.
I'm like,
Come on. Load my notes, please. Thank you.
now I can see why you're like, Amy. Heather would have been. This would have been a great episode for Heather. Ship combat.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It. Fuck it. This is a giveaway, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It just says Luna on the side. So that's what you get.
Okay, all right. Cool. I'm pretty sure that's Tegan's turn, and I'll guess position to attack next time. So,
yeah. Concerns? What are these concerns? Alright, let me just finish doing the initiative here, because... Oops, nope. Not that. There we go. When players discover things that are potentially linked, it's a good time. Okay. I'm gonna call that. And then... And of course, you guys are. And finally, you. There we go. Okay. Let's just figure out where these are in the initiative order. Close enough. Close enough. There we go. Okay. Cool. So, I think we're back at the top of the round with Sophia, because Sophia is still first.
Okay. So we just had Tegan go, guys, get your asses up here, basically.
Yep.
All right, well, if Nolan's kind of in the midst of, like, doing something on Heather to see if he can find her mentally, I'm going to leave him to it and go help Tegan. You got this.
Fair enough.
I don't think I do.
I'm going to say...
Too bad. You got it now.
I'm going to say you can make it up to the helm, but that's about it in this point. But you can see what I described to Tegan. You can see, like, out the front window, you can see there's a ship. And it seems to be potentially about to fire something else at you. You're not sure. And then you see a radar on the computer screen, but there's no red dot on it anymore, so that's fine, right?
Concerns.
Okay. And then
all of the concerns.
That's you.
So many concerns.
You're not doing that. You are doing this. Come on. What is your... That's good, okay. Rolling that many dice to do that. Ooh. That's 2 successes. Cool. Tegan, you are up, and you notice before you do anything that some of the screens are fritzing a little.
Okay, I'm sure that's totally fine. I'll get to that, but first I'm gonna fire some lasers at this ship. I was wondering about, I'll fire a hex missile first. Get one of those bad boys going. Is there any way I could use my specialty in co-location data and forces to, like, program the missile to hit harder and potentially a more vital area on the ship to kind of make it attack more effectively?
You would have to use this turn to do that, but then yes. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna do that. I'll use my turn to kind
fire
of...
this turn, you can fire next turn, but provided you... I mean, well, depending on your roll. But give me that enlightenment roll.
Sounds good.
Because you just start, like, coding.
Difficulty? Yeah. What is my difficulty on that?
Oh, we're gonna say that is... a 5.
Perfect. I'm gonna spend another willpower because
You got it all back?
I got it all back, and I'm being reckless with it, apparently. Alright, that is 4 successes with that willpower.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Attacker mode engaged.
Yeah, probably should have gotten you to determine before, but how do you want to split those successes into, like, power versus vitalness?
That's fair. I think... I think... 3 into... Okay, so it's 4 total. Yeah, I would have done, like, at least 3 into vitalness and then the 1 into power, because I want to dismantle the ship in the most effective way possible. So, yeah.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, you spend a turn doing that. And then we've got Buddy over there who is going to do this fun thing. That is that. That. Oh wait, no, that's just 1 success because you fucked me on the on the thing. Good job. But it was 1 success, so
that's a lot of dice, Jen. That's a lot of dice, Jen.
It is. It's okay. The ship also has soak. So
well, that's good.
Do we have enough soak inside the ship?
So according to the ship combat rules that I'm using, which by the way is out of a book called Umbral Pilots.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, it's if the ship doesn't soak, that's when you need to worry about damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like either of those ideas.
Ooh, that's... I don't get to explode those 10s, but that's a bunch of 10s. Not you. Okay. All right, except this is this one, so this probably doesn't have as much soak as you'd like, but it soaks a bit. That's better than it could have been. Cool. So a bright beam kind of charges up on the ship out there and is unleashed on the ship, and it's not so much a impact like the missile was, as it is just a like a tremor as the ship takes some damage. You're not really sure where that beam hit or whether or what it did, but your ship didn't like it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. All right, but it is Nolan's turn.
I don't like any of this. Okay. All right. Crap. Okay, Heather. Sorry about this. He's gonna grab Heather, pick her up, and fireman carry her, and attempt to, like, run her to the bridge.
Okay, sounds good. It might take you your entire turn to kind of get up.
Oh,
there.
no, I assume it was going to take at least a turn or two.
Possibly two. Though right. Okay. I am going to spend this drama bomb to
don't
try
like
this. Let's see what happens.
How does it feel, Kelly? How does it feel?
Dramatic.
Yeah.
Dramatic. Super dramatic. Okay. What is this one, and what does it do? Okay. That roll. Oh, that succeeds. Cool. Where is the actual... Oh, that helps if I make my notes actually readable, but that's good. Okay. Nolan doesn't see this coming.
Probably not.
Probably not. So I'm just gonna see if I can get you while you're moving. Oh, that's many sevens. I like those sevens. Nolan, as you're kind of trudging down the hallway with Fireman Carey, you feel a pair of hands grab you and yank you through some sort of gauntlet, perhaps. And you are now in a jungle wilderness. And standing next to you is a young woman with rage on her face.
Hi! Do I still have Heather, or did I drop her?
You do still have Heather. She came with you.
Hi?
Wyrm tainted.
I wash it.
Come on. Where's my initiative? Okay, and he's doing that. That's fine. We're back around to Sophia.
Okay. Do I see what's going on when I'm in the bridge?
Yes, you do. You can see Tegan looks to be furiously typing something into the computer. The ship is firing some sort of laser beam of some sort. And yeah, that's...
All right. Tegan, what do you need?
Press buttons. Press shooting buttons. Aim, fire lasers at the ship. It's like a video game. Just,
energy weapons
line it up.
chance?
So it depends what you're using. If you're using the hex missile that she's currently coding, it actually has its own dice pool that I'll let you roll. If you just push the kind of attack button, it is energy weapons.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Cool. So that is perception and energy weapons, difficulty 6.
Okay.
To just be like, hit the particle beam button. Yeah.
5 successes.
Fantastic. Roll me. Actually, it probably should have been difficulty 5. Did you have any 5s in there?
Yes.
Ah, cool.
So 6 successes then.
Excellent. Roll me 25 dice of damage.
Oh!
Difficulty 6.
Ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen
one
and
moment.
gentle thems, you're giving Christine 25 dice to roll.
It's okay. I do have a lot of soak dice.
And
We'll see if it's enough.
And it was difficulty 6, you said.
Yes.
Okay. Does any of this explode?
No.
Okay. That's unfortunate. My dice seem to like 8s and 6s today.
That bodes well for me.
And sorry, what was the difficulty again?
6 for that.
6, okay. And 1s do subtract, correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so those guys can go. So 16.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, that's good for that then. Oops. It's actually write down what that is. It lands a big ol' hit.
I feel like my dice are kind of weighted to 6. Like, it's weird because you think 1 to 10, you should be getting about half of it in the under 5 and under range, right?
Yeah.
But I seem to get an inordinate amount of 6s. Which is luckily where most of the difficulties are set to.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you land a good hit. It's kind of, it looks like it's smoking, but the smoke doesn't come very far off because there's space. So it's like, a little bit of smoke, but you definitely punched a hole in the side of the ship. All right. Those two aren't happy about that. That one's going to do this. That seems good. Let's roll that. Oh, I'm spending a hurt the more to re-roll that, because fuck those dice. That's better. Okay, that does something you aren't aware of. Actually, Tegan, give me a perception and alertness check.
Okay. What is my difficulty?
7 because you're working on something else at the time.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1. Okay. Damn it. So that's only gonna be 2 successes.
Okay. You see under kind of like the screen that you're coding on, you see another kind of, it's not even really an alert, but just like something pops up on the screen. And it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to fire the missile. And then if I have enough time to look at the thing, then I would like to do that.
Yes. So for you to fire the missile, you are going to be rolling 12 dice, but your difficulty is 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. That's what your coding got you.
Haha! Do 10s explode?
No. It does not have a specialty in this for some reason.
Cool. That's 10 successes.
Nice. Okay. In that case, that's gonna be that and that. Cool. Yeah. You get 9 dice of damage.
Nice.
Plus some damage that it just automatically does. But roll me the
sweet.
9 dice.
All right. Is my difficulty 6, I'm assuming?
Yes, it is.
Sweet, let's go. Do 10s explode on damage?
No.
Okay.
At least not for these. I can't remember if we were doing it for ours, but for these, no.
That's fair. That's gonna be 4 successes for damage.
Nice. Plus that is that.
Well,
Plus
a lot
that
of
is that.
threes.
Excellent. Okay. All right. And oh, it's your turn. So you are going to maneuver. You look at the screen and you realize that any door with a lock has been unlocked.
Including the jail cells?
No, because those are outside. Anything
Right,
on the
those
ship.
are outside. Anything on the ships? Huh. I guess I will deal with that next turn to lock those doors again. But
Yeah. They're not open, so there's no
Nope.
like door open to space,
no.
but everything is unlocked.
I think Tegan's just gonna be like over the intercom, not knowing that Nolan is not here. Just they've unlocked all the doors. Prepare for a raiding party.
Okay, that is a successful dodge. So he's mostly just dodging, but there is an incoming call to the bridge. And we'll come back to that after we see what's going on with Nolan.
Hey, I don't know what this whole worm thing is about. Why am I in a jungle? Listen, lady, I don't know you, you don't know me. We're just trying to get home.
Let's see. If you are wanting to do any sort of like persuasion roll or something along those lines, expression,
Sure.
you know, something, you're welcome to do, you know, anything with mind if you think you can pull it off, but
So,
but if you just want to try and talk her down,
I
then
was gonna try to talk to her, like kind of like reason with her. Can I use empathy to try to find an emotional through line?
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Do subtle cues apply or emotional appeals? Emotional appeals. Listen, lady, I just want to get home, okay? I got my friend here who is unconscious, as you can tell. We're just trying to get home, okay? We've got a lot of soul searching, and I don't know what this worm is, but I'm a therapist. I just want to help people. What's my difficulty?
6.
Cool. I've got 3 successes then.
Nice. You look at her, and as you're trying to talk, you realize that she's looking worse for wear.
Yeah, okay.
Like exhausted, but maybe not injured, but like scuffed up and breathing heavier than you think she should be.
You okay? Do you need first aid?
First aid from worm tainted. Great.
I'm not worm tainted. I don't know what worm tainted is.
I can smell it on you.
I've been on a. Oh, that. No, I encountered some. Are you talking about like Nafandi? I encountered a Nafandi. I got pulled into a den, but then I left. So I probably still stink, but I got out. I did not. I have not fallen, and I don't intend to fall.
she looks conflicted. And as you look at her, she also looks young, like both young and old at the same time. So she looks young physically, but there's this like I said, exhaustion and just old wisdom in her eyes, like she's seen too much. And she is going to lower her hands and just kind of look at you with just stark confusion.
You've had a really rough go, haven't you? How old are you?
Why do you care?
'Cause you're, no offense, you look like a kid. But you don't look like a kid in the eyes. And I know what it's like to lose your childhood. Just stuff that's bigger than you, and people who are trying to pull you in all different ways and turn you into something you're not. And
she takes a step back and mutters something under her breath, and wow, that's a lot of successes, and vanishes.
Hey, can I go back to my ship? My friends are there and I think they're in trouble. Like, this is a nice place and all, but...
And we're back to Sophia.
I would like to shoot the suckers again.
Yes, do that.
Alright. What do I have to roll again?
Perception and energy weapons. Difficulty of 7 for this one because I was dodging. Because, ow, that last one hurt. Nice. That is 20 dice.
Alright. Roll these ones first.
Nice.
I get soak. Yay, soak.
And is this still difficulty 6?
Yes. Okay. Many dice. Roll the dice. Ooh. Nice. Okay. I had a much more successful soak roll, so you didn't hurt me quite as badly. You do hit, but it doesn't do quite as much damage as the last one. Actually, not even close to as much damage as the last one. But you do hit and do something. As the ship kind of like pulls a little bit out of the way. That's you. You have all the empathy, Nolan.
That's true.
All of it.
Baby World made Nolan cry.
Okay, you are
just anime face of the tears running down your cheeks.
Yeah, basically, just a JoJo type of. Woo.
Sophia, you were the last one into the helm. Did you close did the helm door close behind you? Because I don't think it's automatic, but so did you close it? Or is it just kind of open?
No, because I didn't know anybody else was on the ship yet.
Yeah, fair.
I think I just screeched in, like, skidding to a stop in the helm.
That makes sense. Both of you do not need to make a roll to notice this, but there is a large hulking form standing at the door.
Oh dear.
and working its way, or coming inside. It, however, does not get to attack.
That's good.
There is a second one behind the first one, both in these large, they're not like, Sophia, you know werewolves. These are werewolves, but they're not in their like most werewolfy form. They are just big hulking people. And you think this is kind of their like half man form. You've seen it a couple of times. You're not really sure what they're all called, but you can see that the first one through is female and the one behind is male. And they both are like wearing spacesuits that don't seem to be straining against this large form, so you don't know whether or not it was made for these forms in particular or what, but they are both about, 7.5 feet tall and several hundred pounds coming through the door.
Several of them.
There's 2 of them.
2 of them.
At least that you can see.
I might have okay odds against that.
It is Tegan's turn.
Okay. So there's a few things coming behind us, and
there's also a hailing message.
Yeah,
from...
yep.
With the United Werewolf Federation.
I think yeah, Tegan is going to accept the hailing message from the other ship and be like, yeah, Captain Tegan here. Sorry to piss in your Cheerios. Didn't mean to. Can we talk?
Perfect. Where's the thing? There it is. Okay, he's going to do this. Cool, good. Was there... Oh, right, no, it was that I was going to use. That's right. Cool. A male voice comes over kind of the intercom in the helm, and just before he starts talking, you hear kind of this whispered conversation, and then you hear his voice say, "This is Jonathan Silverman of the Luna. We were alerted to the influx of energy coming from this area, from this ship. Explain yourselves before we kill all of you."
I would be happy to explain ourselves. If you could tell your big fat friends behind us to pause on the killing, I would be happy to explain ourselves. We are lost and trying to get home. We have been stranded 4 days. And it's not 4 days, I mean we've been stranded 4 days. FOR, just in case. So why don't you tell your 2 friends that are here behind us to stop, and we'll have a conversation. This is a big misunderstanding.
Give me a let's say charisma and like, I know you don't have empathy, but expression, leadership, anything like that.
Yeah, I have a leadership, and I have 2 dots intimidation, but I don't think intimidation's working in this situation because Tegan's not
I don't
trying
think
to intimidate.
so. No.
No, so I'll do leadership and charisma. That sounds good.
Cool. That sounds great. Difficulty of 5, please.
Sweet. Nice. That is 2 successes.
There's a pause. We're not super in initiative right now, so the ones who are in here don't continue moving forward. And then you hear a sigh. Izzy, Dan, stand down. And the 2 back up to just outside the room, though the one who is in front, who is female, does hesitate. And though you're not sure how he knows, Jonathan says, Izzy, stand down. And then she huffs and backs up with the other one. Let's talk.
Yeah. That sounds great. We're not Nolan should be here. Have one of your team encountered another crew member? We're down 2 of our crew right now, and I would be much more comfortable speaking, knowing all of my crew is safe.
They're safe.
Hello? God damn it.
Yeah, Nolan's just in the middle of the jungle with an unconscious Heather. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Tegan doesn't know that. Tegan's like, where the fuck is Nolan?
Wake up,
there
Heather.
are 2
Wake up,
huge
Heather. Wake up,
hulking
Heather.
beasts in here.
Bungle butt.
Does Sophia do anything in particular?
Sophia's kind of waiting to see what will happen, and she's trying to actively hold herself in a way to not look like a threat.
Cool.
And she will shank them in the back with her silver knife and her paws taser if they fuck up.
Yeah, fair.
She's prepared to act, but she's trying to be not threatening yet. So that maybe they don't clock her as quite of a threat just yet.
Yeah. Your crew members are safe. They are... You hear a bit of another whispered conversation. Like, where'd you put them? Okay. It's against my better judgment. But my crew member, Elena, has put your crew members into the spirit wilds. Now, we both have these ships. And they don't allow for great communication.
Parlay is what you're suggesting.
Is what I'm suggesting. We can all go to the Spirit Wilds, where neither of us... Well, okay. Neither of us is on a ship, anyway. We're not on your ship, you're not on our ship. It's a little more neutral. We promise safe return. And, you know, if the parlay doesn't work, we're both welcome to come back to our ships and continue trying to kill each other. But I've lost too many people recently, and that's some pretty good tech you have there. So, parlay.
Do I know anything about this?
I was gonna say Tegan's gonna like glance over to Sophia just to kind of be like you know any of this? Is this cool? Are we fucked or?
Check with my
I'm
science
kind of like,
officer.
if they have to take us into the space, what's stopping them just leaving us there? I don't know these people. I don't trust them.
Exactly.
Also, they want our shit, so they could just abandon us there and then leave us.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they started this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to roll either cosmology and intelligence or reality deviance and intelligence,
I would like is that esoterica would work?
You can do that.
Reality
yes.
deviance? Okay. And int. Difficulty?
For this, you've dealt with werewolves a lot, so I'm gonna say 6.
Sweet. 3 successes.
Nice. You know that the Spirit Wilds are kind of like the werewolf version of what mages would call the Middle Umbra, which is kind of just this... It's not super close to Earth, but it's not, where you just came from, which was the middle of nowhere in the Deep Umbra. You kind of understand the Umbra bits a bit. And with that, I'm also going to give you that while you are correct, and they could just leave you there, there are ways to bargain with, or like make a binding pact with werewolves for like safe return, if that's what you're concerned of.
I will happily take over and do one of those.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Tegan, were you gonna roll like cosmology or something just to see what you understand? Or Sophia might just shove you out of the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Tegan's letting Sophia
kind of
know as the resident wolf.
Hand signal Tegan a little bit, since she was glancing at her too.
Yeah.
Cool.
And just take over and be like, so about that.
Yes.
Let's make this agreement and suggest whatever the wording should be.
Yeah.
Which Christine does not know. But...
And that's fine. There's no real particular wording, but you can make a deal where you will get safe return to your ship once the conversation is over. And they will stand by that.
Because there's enough of them that she doesn't really think much of her chances in a straight fight.
Yeah.
Especially with Nolan, God knows where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll is high or low good for you?
Let's go with high.
Cool. There is also nothing... You managed to word it in such a way that there is nothing keeping you from taking weapons.
Oh.
Now, you aren't sure if all of your tech will work there because it's the Spirit Wilds, so you might want to take like low-tech items. But you can take weapons,
etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay. You in agreement?
Right.
think so.
Then my associate will help transport you momentarily. And a little gentler than what happened to Nolan. But basically you feel someone hold on to you, but it's more of a like just calmly touching your arm and then like guiding you across rather than pulling you across. Yeah. And it's this young woman, looks very tired, and as she gets you both kind of into this jungly area, which we'll figure out exactly how close that is to Nolan in a second, she will kind of smile with an apology and say, I can only do that from this side, so sorry. And you see the other two, who now appear in human form, come across as well. Tegan, the other thing you notice is that your arm looks human. Nolan, what have you been up to? Well,
Heather, wake up. Wake, up. Come on.
absolutely
Come on.
nothing.
Balls. Okay, what do I remember about... Okay, this is werewolf bullshit. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. What do I remember about werewolves? They're furry. Not helpful, Nolan. We know that. Okay, so, if we're looking around, werewolves, they can apparently turn invisible. That's a new one. I thought that was just the Predator. Does that mean I cover myself in mud? Was that a werewolf movie? Was that technocratic propaganda? Probably not. Okay, werewolves don't have tac nukes on their arm. Wait, but they don't have spaceships. This doesn't make any sense. God, you're getting heavy. Okay, I gotta go find a place to put you down. You're getting too heavy.
Cool. You put Heather down, and there's just there's this rock that you could sit on if you want. And after a few minutes, you see the woman you met, Sophia and Tegan, as well as a couple of other people, walk through the jungle and walk into this little clearing. See? They're fine.
Why are you here and not on the ship? Are we on autopilot? Are we gonna crash the ship? I'd like to get home. This is starting to feel like the Odyssey.
I targeted the ship to fly into the closest sun. Nolan, end it for us and get us home super quick.
And what for us? Like everything?
I don't know. I'm joking. We're talking with the wolves. We're having a parlay. Cause
Well, at least we're not dancing. I'm no Costner. Okay.
From behind another bush, a large man, but not like werewolf form large, just a regular large man, steps into the clearing, clears his throat. We all made it then. Good.
Jonathan?
Build a fire, yes. And Jonathan starts directing the other wolves to like make a fire and pull up some logs and stuff, and you see them do things like shift from human into their half wolf or half human form so that they have a bit more bulk so they can like pull logs over, and they make this nice little cozy clearing. And I think that's a good place to take a little break. welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
Good.
We're in the Spirit Wilds, and this is why I can't be trusted with werewolf, because you know I would have had a frog spirit playing a banjo right around the corner.
I mean, fair.
Oh god, the chat's buzzing right now about how Extra Life is this week, though. So hey, that's a
Don't
thing.
remind me.
Yeah. Oh, also, I left a small present in the Patreon spoilers.
Oh my god, I just opened that up.
Did you? Hold on, I'll
That's
go.
amazing. That is an amazing image right there.
It's a great book.
Oh dear.
Patreon spoilers going right now. What the balls?
It's
That
a
is the
book.
best image.
The book I've been using.
Well, I shared in general chatter the bullshit that's going on at work right now. It's a video I sent Kelly of our poinsettia shaking
Dancing.
horribly with an awful noise in the background because they're doing construction outside my building. So most of Friday, we felt like we were sitting on top of 1,000 washing machines on full spin cycle.
How erotic.
Sexy.
As the whole building shook.
Yep.
All right, one sec. Why is my boss texting me?
That sounds dangerous.
This better not be bad shit for tomorrow morning. I'm nervous. Oh God, what's happened?
Oh dear. But
Did
yeah,
your boss just send you a
having
"you
fun?
up" text? Because that's inappropriate.
No, it's a for tomorrow text.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
For tomorrow, colon, nothing else. Waiting for the other text to come in. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay.
The dean's going to stand in for him at a poster presentation competition thing.
Mm.
Nice.
Okay, I can handle that.
You're like,
I was like,
"That's
oh God, what has he seen in his email? What has gone wrong? What's caught fire over the weekend?
What is
He's in
Everything.
Hawaii. He shouldn't be doing this.
fair." Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we having fun with Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
We have not been killed by them yet, so we are
Doing pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah, honestly,
This
like
is true. Yeah.
I have had worse times with werewolves before this, so this is definitely a more playful encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had
I
worse
do-
time with wolves a couple weeks ago in Vampire.
It's
Mhm.
true. That was a much worse time.
Mhm.
But I did give you 5 of them. So I figured.
Yes.
I could take them on.
Yes. No, you want to do that, Nolan? Just one on
I
one?
don't want to, but I could.
Yeah.
Nolan could actually take them all out in one roll.
It's true.
Oh.
It's true.
Mind. Yeah.
Mind.
Mind
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, werewolves aren't particularly like good at defending against mind magic.
Mhm.
It's how do you think we've survived this long?
Werewolf's dumb.
This is true. This is true.
No, I'll just teach them how to fetch. Our enemies. Teach them how
Go
to play
fetch
dead.
in space.
Go fetch in space. You don't need a suit.
Play dead. No.
You're
Right.
fine.
Just go catch. Yeah. But I wasn't sure how the second half of this game was going to go, and I was like, either. Let's see what happens. You did hurt their ship real bad though.
That was
a throwdown.
See, that was my initial tactic was gonna be we're gonna hurt their ship to make show that we have some pizzazz
Chutzpah.
behind us, and then hail them and go, what the fuck? How about we have a conversation, or we will continue the destruction? But I don't want to waste valuable
Yeah.
weaponry.
At this point, you're
Their ship
inviting your
had
own.
way fewer health levels than yours did.
So then they had to use a boarding party like
so
a
we-
bunch of bastards.
Yep. And some fun
Yeah.
gifts. Yay, gifts.
Gifts. I like gifts.
You don't like gifts, trust me.
All right.
What?
Do we have any
No?
announcements? Extra Life, etc.
Extra Life is coming. We're also we're participating in onyxpath Con in June, and we're just actually kind of arranging like what that's going to be. It's going to be 2 Mage games and a They Came From game coming from us, which will be really good. And then a bunch of us are going to be at Calgary Odafest in the second week of May, so that should be a lot of fun. So if you're in the Calgary area, the Alberta area, or anything like that, and you want to come, we have 4 panels, maybe 5, because Freckle Bites has a panel that we might go and assist on, maybe, who knows. So that could be a lot of fun. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, that's all I got.
Come for Extra Life. I think
Come for
we're
Extra.
all running games.
Nope. Kelly and
Nope.
Kelly is now.
I
but
am
I'm
now.
Not. Nope.
Oh, you're not now. Okay.
Nope, Robin got out of it. We were
No,
both
I was-
gonna not run, and then I was keeping myself as a
Well,
backup.
Once I didn't know about my job stuff, so I was like, because we have so many people wanting to DM, so I'm like, you know what?
Okay, that's fair.
I will save this for November. I don't want the stress of putting together a game if I'm potentially unemployed and looking for a job at this point. So
Yeah.
but I'm very lucky and got a job right away, so that's good. But yeah, no, I decided to step aside and let other people have a chance at DMing that normally don't. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Just take a step back and just be a player.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I get to run the very last game, and it's going to be a grand old time.
I'm so excited for that.
It's called Strange Burbs on a Train.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
It's going to be
For a change, I'm
dumb.
not playing in the last game, but
Yeah.
I just do not have time before I have to get ready for work. So
Yeah, I actually have, because it's next weekend, I have it's the end of my semester at school, and so I have to write a final paper over the next couple days, but I have my intensive as well, which is Friday, Saturday, which is like stupid o'clock in the morning, and then I don't actually know what it looks like yet for some reason, because we haven't been told anything, which is weird that it's this late. We haven't been told anything. But yeah, so I said I could play like Saturday evening, but I could run Sunday. And so yay.
I'll have to see if I can work from home on Monday
You should be able to.
or take a sick day. I should be able to. I just have to be up for my 7:30 meeting. That's it. But I can do that
There you go.
from the waist down, can be pajamas. And then if I just look presentable on top.
Working from home.
Working from home.
Man, I get to
it's-
actually do it with this job. It's great.
Exciting.
Ugh.
It helps when you work for Hank Scorpio.
It's true.
Basically. Nope, that's about it for announcements, though. Besides that, love y'all. I am in the middle of writing the module for Bookworm and something for None More Dark, so you'll be able to get some World of Darkness and some D&D content very soon, irrespectively. Or Chronicles of Darkness content, I guess. But, still.
All right. Well, let's get this parlay going, shall we? The werewolves make a fairly comfortable area for you all to sit and talk. It's dark out, but there's now a warm campfire. They've found some food, and maybe not found, but like brought it from their ship. But it's not like standard space food. It's actually, if you take it, it's kind of good. It's simple, but it's good. And they seem to be moving about all of this with some sort of like it's a welcoming ritual, like it's a show of faith and trust for this parlay, because they realize that they've done this bit of a binding oath of safe return, and they want to show that they mean to stand by that. they kind of have to, but they will by choice.
Yeah, if they have to, but they'll put a little more chutzpah than they need to give. They're exceeding expectations instead of just
Exactly.
meeting them.
So nice place you got here.
Yeah.
If we eat this, are we trapped here? Is this like a Fey contract thing? I don't know how you guys work aside from the whole, turning into big wolves thing, into movie stuff.
No, you won't be trapped here. You don't have to eat or drink.
Oh, no. If it's not going to trap us here, I absolutely will. It's not like, it's... What do you got? What is this? Oh, is that salmon?
It's hospitality.
I'm not going to turn that down. Have you seen me?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's made of real food. It's made of real food, guys.
We've been eating rations for the past God knows how long, so I will take real food.
32 days?
I mean,
Something
do you
like
count the
that.
time?
32 days.
It's been a long time. We got
Spider-Man
90 days before bad stuff happens, and we're about a third of the way in, it feels like.
Yeah.
What about all the time going down to the place before this turned into a spaceship?
Yeah, it probably is about the same. It's probably in there.
Okay.
But yeah,
So why don't I explain our side of things?
yeah, you explain. We're gonna eat, and then when we've eaten, we can explain our side too. And then yeah,
Works for me.
you guys go first while we take part in your hospitality, and it seems like a smart option. And T is just like loading up a plate as she's saying that.
Like a banana
Still
leaf.
kind of weirded out by her human arm. It's still a bit
You can
odd.
tell it's not like your arm has actually changed. It's that this
Yeah.
place
Has made
can't
it look.
comprehend your arm.
Yeah, I know, but it's just it's one of those things where, like, it feels weird. It feels normal, but it looks weird. It's one of those things where it's like my brain is desperately trying to absorb the information that it's receiving right now. So
Yeah,
Tegan's just kind of
absolutely.
weirded out about her hand, just like, huh.
So Jonathan sits down and well, as I said, my name is Jonathan. I'm the captain of our ship. This is, and he'll point around the circle, Nathan, Elena, Izzy, and Dan. My crew. What's left of my crew. We are we protect Mother Earth, Gaia Earth, from intruders. Normally, these are spirits, and most of our brethren, our cousins, they operate in different ways, but we patrol out here. We got a energy signature coming from a black hole where we know certain types of worm tainted, of evil comes from.
Thank you for the clarification.
We got here and saw your ship. There was no sign of activity either way, but all of our sensors showed us evil, showed us Worm Tate showed us. Out here, if you don't shoot first, you die. When we realized that, and he looks over at Elena, the young woman that grabbed everyone and pulled them over. When we realized that you may not be exactly what we thought, we thought we'd offer to talk. We are happy to part ways if that is what comes of this, because if you're truly, if your story is true, if you're lost and just trying to find your way home, well, that's it's not a problem with us. But that's what I got.
I honestly don't think you'll believe our story when we say it, because it is absolutely batshit bonkers.
There are werewolves in a spaceship.
Fair.
Just saying, like, it sounds pretty weird to me, but
We get that reaction a lot.
We were on work and we were on Earth, and all of the sudden
a sudden. It's all of a sudden, not the sudden.
All of a sudden, all of this sudden.
Sorry, just correcting you because on the semantics of it, but yeah, it's all of a sudden.
Okay, Nolan.
Okay, Zoomer.
Did you just okay Zoomer me?
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting to use that?
Like 31 days.
Regardless, we got launched into space and somehow very far away from Earth.
Yeah, like deep Umbra level space.
Pleasure dome level space. Not very much pleasure left in that dome. I never mind, she actually seemed pretty happy, so maybe she was the only one with pleasure.
Wasn't that the place with the zombies?
Uh-huh. You know what, that was
Seemed
kind of
very
fun,
pleasurable.
actually. You know, making them
No, it was not. We are moving on from the pleasure dome and the zombies.
Well, that's why we smell like like our taints smell because of that.
I don't.
Worm is naked, yes.
That's not where it is, Tegan, but I guess you're probably not that flexible.
I just was smelling my armpits for how much I smell, because I realized I have not showered in God knows how many days. So, you know, instead of being rude and checking the taint, I went for the pit instead. But what is this worm taint specifically? What does that mean? What are what are you guys meaning by that specific evil? Like, or because of the deep umbra we were out there?
You smell of magic, but you aren't mages, are you?
Sort of. It's complicated.
Hmm.
I mean,
What are they called? The
the Union,
Hmm.
technically.
Yes.
Although technically, I think I'm kind of a mix. I got kidnapped as a kid and like forcibly programmed, apparently.
That's
Kind of
unfortunate.
that's kind of their MO, Nolan.
How much
Yeah.
do you know about the way the world was created, according to us at least?
I would say not no, how you wolves know it. I would say no, none. I believe it all started with a bang, like most good things.
Well, how to explain this in a simple way? Okay, forget how the world was created. The main thing is that there are 3 spirits that keep everything in balance. There's the wild, and he'll just kind of gesture at where you currently are, which is this kind of creative force, life growing, etc. There's the weaver, and he's gonna gesture at you all. Stasis. Status quo. Union. Kind of. And then there's the Wyrm. Corruption. Destruction. Evil. The universe is held in balance by these 3 being in balance to each other. But the Wyrm always wants more. And sometimes we're the only ones that can hold it back. It works through servants like vampires or even just regular greedy humans destroying things. And sometimes other forces. But
kind of sounds like you're just describing like the laws of thermodynamics from like a spiritualist point of view. Interesting.
Sure, if that's the way you need to think about it.
Well, entropy exponentially increases. It's why we can't make perpetual motion machines. Causally, the link there would be that you're talking about this worm that's like eating things or wants more or controls more or something like that, and that kind of seems like a substitute for entropy, decay, breakdown of chance, destruction.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just different wording, kinda, and personification.
Yeah. Well, you have your way of thinking about things, we have ours.
Mm-hmm.
But the work we do is to protect the universe from the Wyrm's ever increasing power. It's tiring. We lose a lot of
Has there been
people.
a lot of... has there been a lot of increased activity? Things coming through, and has something been... Has the Wyrm been fighting back more?
Jonathan looks like he's about to answer, but he's interrupted by the one he named Izzy, who seemed to be getting tenser as like the conversation was going on, and she finally just kind of cries out, like yells out, "You abandoned this place and we had to pick up the slack. We're fighting against the Wyrm, against those you left out here, and we're losing. So don't ask us if it's increasing. You guys know what you did." And Jonathan just kind of puts his hand. Izzy? Take a walk.
I don't know, Nolan. Do you know? No. Do you know maybe who did?
I don't know who did.
And
What did we do?
Izzy just like stares down Jonathan, and then finally like drops her like cup on the ground, her plate. It's empty, but like drops her stuff on the ground and just goes off.
So pretend I'm an idiot. What do we do?
Do we need to pretend, Nolan?
I apologize for her. She's young and angry.
That's some definite sass. I wasn't expecting that from you, Chief. Security Chief.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Nolan, you are stuck with me now.
Aw.
She'll just give you a dead-eyed look.
Aw.
Too late, you're in the crazy.
I've been here.
I noticed.
Oh, does that mean you're gonna do something really stupid soon? I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great.
Depends on what happens.
There.
Jonathan just kind of stares out into space for a second and just goes, I don't know how to explain all of it. Out here, there are members of the Union who were trapped many years ago. And they are servants of the Wyrms, worm bringers, we call them, but I think you have a different name.
Sophia's gonna lean over to Nolan and be like, "Are they talking about Nafandi?"
No, they're talking about... How high is your clearance rating? Again, I can't remember your file.
Does it matter?
Oh yeah, do you want to get wiped when you go back? Because I can just tell you.
Say Nolan.
We're already getting wiped, Nolan.
Oh, I'm not going. I'm not going to get wiped.
Yeah.
They're talking about Threatenol.
Yeah. Didn't we already? That's what happened undersea.
Yeah. They're joking about them. Oh yeah, I guess that you probably would know that I was talking about that. Yeah, okay. We call them Threatenol. We don't like them. Well, actually, to be fair, the Union kind of prefers nobody even think that they exist. They're kind of like a ghost story. So we're definitely not pro Threatenol. But to say that we're anti-threat null would be also accurate, but also, you know, there's the whole thing about us not really supposed to even acknowledge they exist, because I think management's scared of them.
They're the reason we got shoved into space randomly.
Yeah.
So to say we have a tepid feeling to them would be not inaccurate.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected you to have warm, fuzzy feelings about them. They're not human. They're...
Anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
Which is one of the reasons that we're trying so hard to get home, is so that we don't end up turning into, you know, those things from Princess Mononoke.
Spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DEIs. DIE? Dimensional extra... Spirits.
Spirits. Well, they are very much real, and they are very much a problem, and they've been getting worse.
So we
More organized.
we just let them out into space and said, have fun to you guys.
Well, no one else seems to be dealing with them. And some of yours are occasionally out here.
It's really, if I may interject, just in case it's not known by you or your superiors or even your underlings, it's really hard for us to make it out here. It's real. You guys seem like you have a pretty easy thing. Like when Elena grabbed us, did you have trouble with your? I mean, because normally we get like flayed half alive when we try to do that because of the dimensional barrier. It's very mean to us, and it killed a lot of us, which is actually probably why a lot of those guys got stuck out here in the first place, because yeah. So it's not really lack of trying. It's just that we would pick up our mess, but someone lit the door on fire to get to the mess, and it takes a lot to get through there.
Yeah, well, like I said, we've lost a lot of crew lately. Izzy's just angry. She doesn't know all of the issues that your lot have getting out here. Out here where we are, it's much, much thinner. It's much easier.
Well, that's good.
But if you're going from Earth, yeah, there's more of a problem.
How far away from Earth are we about now?
No, not that
No.
far.
Definitely had the problem leaving. What, over 3/4 of the crew died in the launch out?
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
very big corpse closet.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold
I-
storage.
Don't want to know.
We were anti-gravity for a bit, so we had to get rid of floating bodies.
You're not
Curiosity.
that far
Dive out
from
the gravity.
from Earth. I'm not sure how you're gonna necessarily get back there, but we're probably actually I don't know exactly where. We're inside we're inside Mars anyway. So Mars's orbit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Greener than I thought.
So
We're just like a
yeah.
hop skip.
That was another reason why the energy signature was so strange, is we don't normally have things just appearing in this section.
Yeah, we've that was a bit of a surprise to us as well. We turns out we have been on a ship that was started as a submarine, but it actually started as a spaceship for
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
reality deviances mages. Yeah. So we've been trying to fix it, and very badly when that doesn't necessarily vibe with your sense of thinking. So we've been kind of just hopping when we can get it running. So it's a bit of a hit and miss of when we can get places. So sorry about the abruptness of our arrival. It also was very abrupt for us.
Fair enough. I can understand unexpected things happening. And, well, from this conversation, you know, you might not be my favorite people, but you're people, and that's more than I can say about a lot of what we meet out here.
Yay. What?
So yeah. Sorry about all of the shit that you have to deal with and the loss of your crew. It said we've lost so many people of ours that I'm sure I'm gonna need years of therapy to get over, but I am still in trauma process right now, so my brain is not even compartmentalizing it. But
wow.
Definitely don't want to continue fighting and just want to get home.
Well, I'm sorry for shooting your ship.
You know, it works. If we've I've realized it works in combat. So you know, in the end of the day, you saved a bit of trial and error for us. If we coverage any more, well, are there more? Are we going to encounter more space wolves on our way to Earth?
I guess it depends what route you take, but
You tell us what route to take to not?
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Yay!
There's look, you don't have to, you know, I get what your goal is. You want to get home, and that's great. And you don't have to listen to anything that I say, which that's fine. But something is brewing out here. So get home quick.
Huh.
That's ominous.
Yeah, that's just a tad ominous. I would like to say that I would love to get back home and try and send help your way, but I do not know what I'm going back to, and there is a very real possibility that I'm not gonna be myself when I get back. So
I appreciate the sentiment.
yeah, I'm sorry for your struggle, and I wish I could be better, but I do not believe in false promises.
For those of you with empathy, can you roll me perception and empathy, please? Difficulty 6.
It's the only one rolling Nolan.
Difficulty 6?
Is Nolan the only one in the whole crew that has empathy?
Only 4.
Yeah.
I thought Christine had a dot of empathy. I thought Christine had a little empathy.
Christine might.
No.
That's hilarious.
Lots
That's
of
funny.
triplets, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan, you know without a shadow of a doubt that Jonathan, at least, has accepted the fact that they will all die out here.
So what happens if these guys, the worm bringers, those guys, I'm guessing that them being here is causing a lot of trouble. Like, just kind of a dumb assumption, right? Pretty obvious. There's no,
Yeah.
you can't take a break, you can't get reinforcements or anything like that?
We used to be able to, but it's been getting worse and we're just losing people faster than we can bring them in.
Oh. That sounds pretty awful. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well.
What happens if something happens to you guys? Like, what happens if you don't make it?
I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to say, well, they'd just send someone else out here, but let's be real. This is not for everyone. And sometimes you just have to let something go. Maybe this time the worm will win.
I don't want to tell you how to live or even how to think or anything like that, but outside of, like, war novels, fatalism isn't really very helpful. And I know that you're fighting a pretty harsh and losing war. But studies have shown repeatedly that people with a fatalistic attitude tend to make bigger risks because they aren't afraid. At least not afraid of the right things, and that makes them reckless. And it seems like you guys are doing a pretty good thing out here. So going into it heedlessly, I just hope that in spite of how hopeless this probably feels, you can still remain strategic and try to make it through it. I'm sorry that...
That's the goal.
Can you try to make sure that it remains the goal?
We'll do our best.
This is normally where I would use some type of procedure to boost your confidence levels and help you process, but I didn't think that you'd want me trying to influence you in any way. Unless you want to, and if you want a little boost of confidence, I can help you with that, but, like, you know.
I appreciate that. If any of the others would like to take part, that's fine, but no thank you for me. You notice that all of the other werewolves have been very quiet this whole time.
Anyway, sorry to drop that on you. It's just kind of hot out here, and you're making me worried for you.
I did not think this is where this conversation was going, but thank you.
Oh, where'd you think it was going?
Oh, just... I didn't expect compassion.
Oh, yeah, I'm compassionate as I'll get out. That's my problem.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on their no-fly list, because I quit being a super spy and went into private practice to try to help people with PTSD. Probably as a way of processing my own PTSD. Oh boy, I've got a lot. Could open a luggage company.
Wow.
How... I'm just, how long do you think until the Wyrm wins? I'm very concerned about a prophecy I've heard of some sort, and...
Prophecy?
Prophecy?
You lot believe in prophecies.
You know, this trip, I'm believing more than I thought I would.
Honestly, it's anyone's guess. Time doesn't move the same to spirits as it does on Earth, so it could be tomorrow, it could be a century from now, a millennia from now. Like,
Yep,
guess it depends what other stuff they have in place.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I hope for our sakes that that's a millennia for Earth. But I don't think I'm gonna be that lucky. Just worried about, you know, eaters of souls and things like that. It's...
What? He is laser focused on you right now. What did you say?
Just Heather, the sleeping one, and I read about the Eater of Souls and bringing about the apocalypse, kind of, sort of.
Where did you read about that?
Stuff in my files.
Okay. Was this about something in the future or in the past?
Jen, I don't have that in my notes. So
That's fair.
Can you fill in the blanks for me?
I can. The way everything was phrased and the recording that Kibo played all sounded like in the future. As in, like, this was something that was building.
Yes.
And since it was not that long ago to Tegan, would you like me to remind you of what of the recording that Kibo said?
Yes, please. Yes, because it's been a while for Robin, but Tegan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that one. Was it this one? There it is. So the prophecy bit was, time is erratic, but the cycle repeats eternally. Autumn turns to winter as the harvest turns to death. The murderer and the eater become one. Let the Croatan sacrifice be not in vain.
Tegan will repeat that to Jonathan.
All of the color drains from Jonathan's face. Not again.
That's a good sign. Again. This has happened before.
There is a part of Garou lore, werewolf lore, that tells us about an apocalypse that was stopped by one of our tribes at the cost of said tribe. Eater of Souls was the part of the Wyrm that was involved with that. Things are worse than I thought. If he's involved, if it's involved. Okay. Obviously, you are all involved with something with this, whether you want to be or not. I think, and he's gonna like look at the other werewolves who have like frozen. As I think that Nathan, tell them about the Croatans. Tell them what happened. And the one he calls Nathan swallows hard, puts down the plate he was using, stands up and clears his throat. And he starts to tell a story. And while you're welcome to interrupt it, it has that cadence and that vibe of, this is an oral history. This is a story that has been told again and again, and he has memorized it for moments like this to be able to spread their history. And you think that this is part of his, I don't know, job or place in their group, is to tell their legends. And it's a little long, but I'm gonna read you a thing. When the continent split apart and the Garou divided themselves into tribes, 3 brothers made the long walk across the ice to the Americas. Older brother, middle brother, and little brother were known as the Pure Ones, as they were from the Pure Lands, what we now know as the Americas. They had many cousins, and there were many other tribes, but these 3 were the favored grandchildren of Gaia through her daughter Sky Woman. Middle brother is gone. All know this, but few know the tale of the Croatan's end, of their great sacrifice. People have forgotten the tale. I have not. My brothers have not. Listen now to this lesson, which we return to your people, so that you may tell it to your grandchildren's children. Long ago, in the lifetime of your many times great-grandfathers, by the shores of the great waters, there lived some of the Croatan tribe. In this time, the Wasichu came to the Karatan's land, and there were those Garu who were aware of the colonizers' dangerous habits in the south, their enslavement of the kinfolk. However, the Holy Ones had seen strange and confusing omens about great evil, but also great good, and new friends, but also new monsters. So it was with caution that the Karatan decided to treat the visitors well in order to win their trust. But what good is the trust of worm-tainted men from across the sea? In time, the presence of the worm spread. Trust was broken, though it does not matter how, and great Garu leaders sought guidance from the spirits for how to drive these invaders from the land. This is when they learned of Eater of Souls, though we call it Jipakam, the source of the gluttony that drove these Wasichu to devour all in their path. The Wasichu listen to it. They serve it. One of them, one with great power, was even trying to summon it. The Garu leaders fled home, but they were too late. Upon their return, they did indeed find evidence of that gluttony. Their kin had been slaughtered by the Wasichu. I do not know the specifics of the power the Garu summoned then, what rites they performed, or the effect. I only know that in a great rage, the decision was made to feed Eater of Souls until it was full, and that the Kuratan tribe would sacrifice themselves to do so. The tribe gathered, and as the rite was performed, one by one the Kuratan threw themselves into the gaping maw of the worm until all that was left of them was a memory and a carving on a tree. The creature, sated for perhaps the first time, crawled back into the darkest corner of its own world, and it has not returned since. Nathan sits back down, and silence falls.
Well, that's not fun.
No.
And sounds like it's coming back. That's great. How do we stop it other than feeding it an entire group of people?
I would say maybe stop the routes it's taking, or if there's someone who's summoning it again. I don't know if that's what that means, but if it's about the cycle repeating, if somebody's trying to summon it, maybe stopping them. Maybe.
Okay. Who? Anyone working on some weird ass shit back home?
The Hadron Collider? I don't know.
I generally was in the cleanup portion of things, so I haven't seen anything.
Heather, wake up. You were dealing with dimensional stuff.
Yeah, we have no idea why she's asleep.
No.
Why she won't wake.
Probably just hungover.
Something is keeping her, I think.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good
reassuring.
at all.
She's got there's an influence wrapped around her mind. It doesn't seem malevolent, but...
Oh, that's good.
Earlier, we were making sure that, you know, you were you as best we could anyway, and I don't know what's going on with her, but...
Tegan briefly flashes back to her dream and is like, oh boy, I wonder if she had the same dream I did or something. Huh.
Interesting.
With that bitch. No. I may know potentially what is holding Heather.
Huh?
Just you know, yeah, Empress Ileana, you know.
Oh, is that all? Who is Empress Ileana?
Oh, right, Heather and I found and talked to a dimensional entity that was potentially powering the ship, or some sort.
Which ship?
The Pleasure Dome. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. It's fine. It's fine. You were talking to an evil ship. You didn't even mention that the ship was an empress.
I mean, didn't seem pertinent at the time. You were gone. And then we got attacked by zombies, so... I had a dream about that last night, and so I'm just wondering if Heather got the same dream and is just not able to wake up from it. So, yeah.
That would be odd, because we've tried multiple things. You poured water on her.
That was a very
You shook her. Anything else?
Entity.
But she's in there. Like, I scanned her mind. But I just don't know why she's not responding. So something's holding her in there, is what you're saying?
Yes, I think so. Like I said, it doesn't appear to be malevolent. It's more like it's a part of her, but also separate. I'm not sure.
Well, we will deal with that on the ship and maybe get some better answers from
Hey,
Heather.
No, well,
About-
this is like a plane of like a place of like. You have stuff that grows here, right?
Yes.
Can you give me some ayahuasca?
Oh, probably.
Cool. I can just go in and get her.
Nathan. Wait, what? You can do that?
With enough ayahuasca, I can do just about anything. Well, you want to come too?
Into Heather's mind? No, I'm okay.
You sure? It could be fun. Sophia? wanna go
No,
help?
you can have your brother-sister bonding time.
We're not blood relation. We're spiritually related.
Ah.
We just found out. It was weird.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like I should stay out here to keep an eye on your physical bodies.
Okay. Do any of the werewolves wanna come for a ride? You can come in. As long as you wipe your feet.
One by one, they kind of shake their heads and.
Okay.
Do you actually need a hand, Nolan? I can.
No, I just thought it would be kind of fun. It'd be like
it.
kind of a nice group bonding exercise.
Jonathan looks at Elena and goes, "Could you go find what he needs?" And she kind of nods and heads off into the bush. We should probably also stay out here. This place isn't always the most welcoming to those it doesn't know.
There, see? Why we should stay out so that we can haul your unconscious bodies back to the ship if need be.
Sure, that works for me.
Yeah.
Try not to irreparably mess up Heather's mind, I guess.
Or my own. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go get her.
Elena will return with some ayahuasca and hand it to you.
Do you want any adrenaline?
Oh, if I start to flatline or something, yeah. But until then, I think that'll just kind of mess me up.
Okay.
Oh,
What are you getting into the bar? Yeah, okay.
this is to help blood flow. Don't, look. If we, also, I'm kind of sweaty. We're in the middle of a jungle. And this thing's insulated, but not very much. If you end up dragging me away, please bring the jacket, too. It's...
Oh, of course. I would be draping it over us because that's a black suit, isn't it?
Shh. She doesn't know.
Go with a black suit.
Yeah, I got the pants and the tie back on the ship, too.
I know what I'm taking if you die.
It won't fit you. The shoulder pads will make you look weird and mannish.
I don't care. I just have second skin. Like, I'll take a black suit.
All right.
Well, yeah. Anyways, I would be dripping it over you to prevent anything from shooting me in the back.
All right, Heather, I'm coming for you. All right, and he will do the ayahuasca, and he's gonna do some ability ability enhancing magic. I'm gonna try to meditate to get into this mindset.
Okay.
I think I am, at least. Boo. My character sheet is here. There we go. Do I meditate? No, I don't. I'm going to attempt to do this using science for the correct dosage.
Ooh. Cool. Do it.
Intelligence and psychology. What? That's one success. All right, my difficulty's lowered by 1. There we go. All right, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Yeah.
Okay, if I project it inside of her mind, I'm gonna go for 5 successes.
Okay.
What's my difficulty for that?
6.
Even with the -1?
Oh yeah, 5.
Okay. All right, good. So I got halfway there. I got 3 on this one, so I will roll the next time. So that's 7 then. Unless ability. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. All right, that's exactly 5 successes.
Ooh, nice. Excellent.
I'm bad at this.
Tegan's already putting on Nolan's jacket.
I better not smell like the worm when I'm done.
It already smells like the worm.
Jonathan's just kind of watching curiously.
Okay.
And like pulls out a flask. Just
Oh, bro's holding out on us. All right.
I feel like we're gonna be here a while. Drink over to like Tegan
Heather?
and Sophia.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Heather? I know you can hear me. It's Nolan. I'm coming in. Make sure you're decent.
And I think we're gonna call game there so that we can pick that up when Amy's back.
Oh, Amy. Oh,
Good
Amy,
timing.
you missed so much.
I hope you're decent.
I
Decent.
hope you're decent. That's great.
That
Oh,
was so
great game.
good. That
Good
was
game, Jen.
really
That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
That
Good
was so
game, good
fun.
game. Good timing too, because I was just starting to think, all right, I really need to move. My back is killing me. And then you were like, and let's
Yeah.
call it there. I'm like, oh, hey.
Once
Look at
Kelly
that
started
timing.
going towards the like going into Heather's mind to get her, I was like, oh, this will be a good ending point.
Right, and sometimes
Yup,
that's
that's really
so
nice.
critical when you're
Yeah.
running a game is like the good stinger.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Good job. No, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I always,
Great, yay.
I gotta be honest, I always wince when a storyteller has to do a lore drop, but that was a good one. Because
Good.
the lore drops
tried-
in World of Darkness are always so like, oh, we've heard this 100 times.
I
was
tried
good.
to make
But
it
I haven't,
yeah,
so
a
that
little
was
more
fun.
palatable.
No, you did it. It was very captivating to listen to. I was genuinely
Good.
very like enthralled in that because I was like, "Ooh, this is cool.
Good.
This sounds real fun.
Yay,
and
my
real
writing
scary."
skills.
No, it was good. It was good work. You know what else is good work?
Huzzah, writing skills.
Someone said that this was their favorite game, and it's been great playing with you, Jen, and it's been great having all of you on the Patreon joining us for this adventure. If you're watching this off Patreon, you could have been seeing this at this point like 6-8 months early because there was a gap in programming caused by me being overworked. But hey, if you're on the Patreon, you see this super early, and you can join the likes of our wonderful patrons, like our divine producer, my mom. Hi, Mom. And Kelowna Curd, who's not my mom. Hi, Kelowna Curd. Also our demonic producers, Precarious and Mysterium MK, as well as our wizards of the Patreon, who are probably responsible for stranding all of those mages and technocrats over here. Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Sorcerer Sanguine, and our High Council of the Patreon, who is probably consisting of those mages who got stranded here. Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha, Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Mike Baxter, Iridian, and Brian Kaler. There we go. Thank you so much. Don't leave, ever.
Yes, thank you. And take 6 XP. That's the 4 from the chat. Plus 2.
Ooh, I am at 20 XP.
I'm at 18.
Gotta spend some shit.
You know what I'm gonna do?
And we've
I'm gonna do something
What?
stupid.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so I've got 17. Oh damn it, I have 17 XP.
oh, what
I
do you need?
I'm buying Spirit too.
That makes sense.
So now
Don't you mean dimensional, whatever it's called?
maybe.
Oh,
Hit spirit
right.
now, bitch.
So that's
Yeah, right.
7 XP, right? Or is it 7 or 8 for out of tradition? Or out of is it 8?
8 out of tradition,
That's 8. Yeah.
or out of your affinity.
This is why I keep getting confused between vampire disciplines and mage.
Yeah, because everything's a
spirits,
different
'cause I'm like,
cost. Okay, so I've got 9 XP left then. Okay.
Got 15 I could spend, but I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I think I'm still on track for there to be 3 or 4 episodes left.
Nice.
That'll be good. We're not going to stop the worm.
12.
I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
think.
see
what?
what happens.
Once I see, just remember everybody, if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm. Weapon of choice
I
was
think I'm gonna buy
real.
a 4th dot in perception for Tegan.
That's probably good.
So I
Take
think
a
I'll need
specialty. A specialty in
Yeah.
incoming attacks.
Just be like, ah.
Ah!
I totally forgot.
12, so I have 8 left.
I totally forgot what my entropic resonance was, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe
What's
they
yours?
meddlesome.
Mine's erratic.
Yep.
Ah,
It's so good.
it's so good. All right, I'm gonna choose specialty for perception.
And we even
I
got
mean,
some
I
like
can almost
space
buy the
combat.
5th dot of strength.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, because you
How
just
close
need.
is almost?
Yeah, you just. How
1
much
XP.
are you? How much are you at? What's your XP at?
I'm at 4. So it's 4 times 4
Oh god, you're.
to get to it. So
You have 15 XP.
Oh, and you have 15, so it's like one.
I'm 1 short.
You're like one short. Take an extra one, everyone.
Yay!
nice.
If you want to do it, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
9 XP.
I'll buy up to 5
Leftover.
strength so I can just like beat stuff.
I have 10 XP now. I could buy a dot of forces.
have
I do not need forces.
9. Kelly's just like, bye.
But yeah, it was a good game, guys.
Yeah,
I
this is
think-
great.
I think you almost have all of the pieces put together, and it's very exciting.
New total
I hope
of
we can figure
0
it out.
XP.
Right?
This wig is amazing. Look how big it is. I feel like.
I will say that part of the reason why I'm not sure how many episodes exactly are left, because it's going to depend once you have all the pieces, like what you decide to do with it. And there are a couple of routes you can go.
Fair.
I have a feeling Sophia is going to get dragged along with the others being all like, they're going to all be like magey and be like, haha, down with the technocracy. We're going to fix shit. And Sophia's going to get dragged along for it.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Probably.
think I'm gonna take sharp senses for my perception specialization.
Good choice. Good choice.
Sharp senses. Bam.
But yeah, thank you all for playing this game.
You're
I've
very welcome.
had a grand old time.
It has been a grand old time.
I need to try and grapple
to
something
play.
now with my 5 strength.
I mean, hey, well, Nolan's in Heather's mind. Maybe you can
do some
spar
training with some
werewolves.
wolves. Yeah,
Spar
there
with
we
a
go.
werewolf.
Spars with wolves.
That's true.
Right?
Do it.
But yeah, it's a good
I
time.
mean,
I've
I
been
guess
looking
wouldn't
forward
have
to
much
space
chance
werewolves
where she's
for a
not
while.
fighting for her life to actually like test against like actual werewolves.
It's true.
It's
Yeah.
true. You would have,
She could
like-
learn so much about how to destroy them
It's true. Yeah.
with their help.
Right.
with their help. With their
Right.
help, give me your your weaknesses.
Yep.
It's mostly
I
just
also
silver.
Yeah. Right.
That's
I
fair.
like the idea of ending where we did, because then, provided Nolan, manages to get through the Heather and all that, which, assuming Amy's back next game, probably he will. Heather gets to wake up in the spirit wilds and be like, "What the fuck?"
What?
We're werewolves
fuck?
now.
Yep. You missed
No,
one
I've been
game,
trying
you
to
become a
avoid
werewolf.
that.
Right.
The
Yeah,
threat has
Sophia,
come
I'm
true.
just like, Sophia, here, have this nightmare, and then I'm like, also werewolves.
It's just like,
Before I plotted this game out, my notes were basically something for Sophia, question mark, werewolves, question mark.
Nice. Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Right?
It's always
Werewolves.
the best when your notes are like that.
Right.
Good game, Jen. That was fun.
That was fun.
I enjoyed that game.
I'm glad, because there's sometimes I worry that like it's more for me because I'm like, oh, I'm smart and let me show you how smart I am. But if you enjoy it, that's good. That's a win.
Well, at least you're not just running a game for yourself like I did last week.
What?
The April Fool's Day.
Oh, right. I was like, what?
Yeah, we didn't have Mage the Victorian Age last night. I just ran it for myself. Nobody else was there.
Oh my goodness. Random.
Oof.
So Jen threw Christine / Sophia a bone.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Awful.
Well, I hope you liked my pause. Like, that was my, like, take a break. Instead of
Yep.
take a break, I was like, hey,
Take a
what's having
pause.
fun? Oh, pause. Tell them to pause.
I did have I was smart this time and I got the rules for the pause taser and I had them written out so that like just in my game notes in case Sophia was like, I'm gonna tase them.
I mean, if only one had come on the ship, she probably would have tried to throw down.
Yeah.
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 But being faced
and
with
Tegan was
two
like,
with no other backup,
Right.
because Tegan's busy like flying and like running the ship,
yeah.
and Nolan's somewhere else trying to like wake a comatose Heather. I was like, okay,
Probably
we're gonna
not
be
your-
quiet.
Yeah.
Probably not the smartest attack, but I think you could have survived.
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
figured it's like, okay, well, you know what? If they start shit, I will shank them in the back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you would have forced one of them into human form at least. Because that's what the taser does.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? That's pretty rad.
As well as electrocutes them. Like that's
Yeah.
why it's
Yeah.
a
That's why it's
device.
so awesome and why I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the fact that there was two and then Nolan wasn't here yet, and I was like, oh boy. And then you did the hail. I'm like, okay, good. I'm taking this because this is no bueno. This is no bueno right now. You're not in a good position to fight. Because yes, I would totally let Sophia just one-on-one throw down the werewolf while I'm shooting
Throw
shit.
down. That would have been good too.
That would be
But-
great.
Yeah. I had thought that it might just dissolve into a fight and that was fine. I didn't know where you'd go after that, but it was fine.
Like,
But then
I
I
have
had
a
this
little bit of
avenue that was
stealth.
like-
I probably could have like made them
Yeah.
not like pay attention to me for a bit. I also have
Uh-huh.
cloaking,
Oh yeah, that's true.
so I
That's
probably could have like been like, oh, I'm just a little like
I'm so
intellect
innocent.
person.
I'm a
Ignore
scientist.
my muscles under this black suit. It's just a normal black suit. It's not actually like a black suit.
So
And then surprise, bitch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
amazing.
The pink-haired one is deadly.
Usually.
But yeah, I think that's
He's
it
not
for us
always
tonight.
silent.
Nice. We'll see you next time on Zero Sum. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.